Right. Makes sense. To be honest, I've tried to go back and play Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. I'm just like, It would probably be easier if they remade them and re-released them. It really is hard to play the older style games sometimes unless you grew up with that nostalgia. Like, that's why I can replay Dragon Quest Monsters and Dragon Quest Monsters 2 Kobe's Story, because that was my childhood game. I played the shit out of them. Like, when I'm talking about a re-release, I'm talking about what they did for 7 and 8. Like, a full re-release. Nakatori. Yeah, now we can go back here. Okay, to Gotha to heal. I mean, everybody hates it when they redo something. So... what I hate is when it's just a simple port and all they do is just try to make it look nicer, but it doesn't really work well. That's what I hate. A port that they did nothing to the game, other than try to update it and playable on other locations. Should I save? Nah. Cool. Nobody falls asleep. Well, that's what I mean. Like, if you're going to do a remake to redo it, then you need to redo everything, not just parts that you think would look nicer. Like, if you're gonna change the size of, you know, the sprites, you're gonna have to change more than just that. That's more of what I'm referring to. You can't change one thing without changing all of the things. But the thing I like about the Final Fantasies on Steam, at least, is that there are a ton of mods. So you can... So a lot of my Final Fantasy games have been updated with mods to look better. To basically finish what was attempted. And it's better. It's not the best looking thing, but it looks like a little bit more effort was put into the game. Also, Rydia, if you care, you can change your avatar. There should be a box below the stream. Only followers can change their things from that frog. Yeah, I think the frog has different colors as well, and the frog and the Pixel Man, or whatever they're called, have the most cosmetics and most changes because they were created by the people who did Stream Avatars. You know, just a little nice thing for people to play with while watching. Of course. But what color is Rydia's frog? I guess if you play the remake, they have different colored. Yeah. Purple. Dark robe. Bright green? I don't remember. I hated Frog, so... So I tried to replay, or I tried to play the After Years for Final Fantasy IV, and I don't know why, it was so boring. I just didn't like the story of it, and then the fact is like, oh, you can play literally every character. I'm like, Yeah, that's why I tried playing it. I got all the way to the moon, and I'm just like, I'm bored. I don't want to play this anymore. I want to go to Final Fantasy V. Which, I 100% broke the game with Final Fantasy V. I spent a little bit too long grinding. Alright. And because I spent too long grinding. Yeah. The entire thing is a plot issue. Like, I like Final Fantasy IV, but I think the reason I like Final Fantasy V a lot better is because I really enjoyed Dragon Quest IX. And just the whole, job system. I just like being able to change the jobs of everybody. So I guess I also like Final Fantasy III because of that. Oh yeah, I did play Final Fantasy III, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah. It's like, if they wanted to make it... I don't know, it feels like the After Years should have been about... the After Years. You know, what happens after. Make it about new people. Don't be afraid to throw away the old characters, make them side, kill them off, you know? If you're gonna do that, do that. Don't just be like, hell with it, y'all can be whoever you want. Edge was, yeah. Edge had a lot of issues to begin with. After Years just made it worse. like I said, it was just like they started off good with, you know, giving us new characters and everything, and then they just said, hell with it, we'll throw in everybody else too. Yeah. The womanizer attitude is very overdone in any JRPG, though, if you honestly think about it. But what doesn't make sense is he's comatose for almost the entire game, but at the same time, you can still play as him even though he's technically comatose. It's just like, what? That doesn't make sense. Game, explain. Explain thine self. Alright. I'm gonna peep this. Bone, fire, and ice. Okay, cool. Huh. Interesting. To be honest, it just felt like they were just trying to profit off of the success of Final Fantasy IV. Interesting. Yeah, I hate when they do things like that. I mean, even a cheap copy is better than a shitty attempted sequel. Let's be honest here. And that was a shitty attempted sequel. That was not thought out at all. What if somebody from space came and, you know, undid everything you just did by themselves? As if it was literally the exact same story, but told differently. That about sums up the, thing. Because it literally followed the exact same story of the first. You had to do literally everything that was the exact same. And with random weird grammar. Like a bad fanfic. Yeah, no, it was bad. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the one thing that, as games go on, usually they get better, is that they learn. Really? It punished you for not marrying Bianca? I don't think I've ever actually married Bianca. I think as a kid I married, the black-haired girl because she had amazing strength. What did it do, to be honest? Mostly because, like I said, I never did it. Alright, Interesting. Of course. It's like, why even bother giving you an option then if you're just gonna penalize the hell out of you for it? Who goes there? Madeleine is offering up a prayer to our exalted Grandmaster Niemzo. He who dares to stop her will pay a hefty price. Nope. Alright, I'm in charge now, bitches. I picked Nara this time because in my olden playthroughs, I never really thought about having a well-balanced team or anything. I always thought about just doing more damage. So I took Deborah my first playthrough because strength, obviously, you know? But then now I'm actually thinking about, you know, how to get a good, well-balanced team where I can, you know, have somebody who is a guaranteed healer and, you know, try to keep people alive. So I took Nara for that. And I just think magic attacks are usually very weak in these games, for whatever reason. It just always seems to be the weakest option. Ligard their mantle. And funky fanky. Ah, Funky, you really are here. I cannot begin to tell you how much I've longed to see you again, son. A day has gone by since I was snatched away that I haven't thought about you. Funky, you've grown to be so big and strong. Being able to meet with you at last is like a dream come true. Now I can die happy. Grandmaster Nimzo's powers are stronger than you could possibly imagine. Yeah, basically. I must do all I can to seal his evil away, even if it means giving up my life to do so. Almighty Goddess, please hear my prayer. Oh, of course. I am thinking not your duty is the opening of door for great Grandmaster Niemzo. Never minding, it is extremely touching to observe love of the parent for child after all. The time is at last upon us, Funky and their companions, not to forgetting the cheeky little legendary hero also in our midst. Heroes where all of your sweet dreams are extinguished. Grandmaster Niemzo is no longer requiring powers of your mother. Now I am setting parent and child together into an eternal world of darkness. It is touching, niet. Niet. Alright. At least we got a full heal. Alright. Alright. So we got 2 ooms. Insolotl. Damn it. Kind of expecting that. As I was also expecting that. You, Jr. Oh wait, You are kaboofing. Oh, I didn't mean to attack. Whatever. Alright. Alright. You start the happy old everybody gets healed thing. And you become Dragon! Oh, I should have oomphed her. Oh well. I should have had her oomph herself. Damn, but I shall be fine. Judging on the amount of damage it did, she'll be fine. Well, rip. Yep. Rip. I could cast Tingle, but... Actually, who has Tingle? You don't. You don't. You do. But Aqua will be fine for now. Lech is honestly not that bad. So far. Yeah, but especially after, like, I accidentally surprised myself by killing the giant moose. I just was like, because my very first time when I played the game on my DS years and years and years ago. God, when did I play that on my DS? Let's see. 4, 8... A long time ago. 10 years ago? The moose destroyed me, and I was just like, alright, this is clearly endgame. And then this time, well, to be honest, I barely beat it, but... it was fun. I love how long Aqua has been a dragon and just is like, ah, I'm frozen here. Ah, I see you've decided to become Mr. Farfetch'd. Redia. I mean, who can? I mean, for a very long time, I was my favorite Pokemon as well. Mr. Murkrow. But then I had a friend make me, Mr. Slime Boy there. So, clearly I had to become the best Dragon Quest, mascot. Oh boy, I bet Aqua gets paralyzed. Ooh. Okay. Well, that sucks, but whatever. Guess our DPS just got severely, nerfed. Oh well. Oops. Rip me not paying attention and accidentally attacking. Whatever. This will just take a while, but whatever. It'd be great if everybody decided to stop being paralyzed, you know. Ah, well. Status effects, always worse on yourself than everybody else. Well, it's also because I'm a hoarder. It's like I have all these items and I'm like, I will need those for later. Proceeds to get to later and still doesn't use them. Oh, hey, look, the dragon is paralyzed again. Who would have guessed that would happen? Hashtag depression. Yay! We killed her! Fucking finally! Jesus!